All right, a very good evening. YouTube fans out there, it's Captain Abs here with you and bringing you some live ATC here from Toronto Centre, where we got the tail end of the Cash for Cargo event going on. I was not able to participate in that, but I just sort of caught the tail end of it here, and it's turning out to be a pretty busy evening in Toronto, so pretty interesting. Here, okay, at 12:27, that's approved. Let me know when you're back. So we do have a lot of stuff going on here, which is just great. So it's making for a very busy evening, so sit tight. I'm not going to be able to talk too much because I'm going to be busy working here. All right, so we got a bunch of stuff happening here. We got Delta 32 there. We got Jazz 4664, JetBlue 26 Golf, all coming into Toronto here. This guy's pretty much where he needs to be handed off to the arrival controller. We got a whole bunch of outbounds as well. Like I said, the event is basically over, but it's still a busy evening. Lots of stuff going on, so stick with me. I hope you'll enjoy what's going on here because I think it's going to be a fun little evening here. Delta 32, contact Toronto arrival now, 132.8. Have a great night. Okay, these guys have all left. Winnipeg's not online. Here comes the Jazz 1337 that departed Timmins.
FedEx 1634, requesting to step away for about 6 minutes.
FedEx 1634, that's approved. Let me know when you're back.
Got it.
And there we go. So any second now. Jazz 1337, Toronto, are you there?
Toronto Center, Jazz 627, go ahead.
Jazz 1337, say your current altitude and squawk at end, please. In order to identify, we need the identity.
Current altitude is 8,600 feet and should be squawking at end now. Jazz 1337.
Jazz 1337, thank you. You are identified. Continue climb. Flight level 330 and continue direct IRCM on course.
Flight level 330, direct IRCM on course, Jazz 1337.
All right, so there we go. So that's... It's going there. JetBlue 26 Golf, descend 1000. Toronto altimeter, if I didn't give it to you, 2964.
Descend 1000,
Yeah, he's got 18 miles between them, so that's fine. We can hand off the cargo jet as well. Cargo jet 605 heavy, descend 7000. Cargo jet 605, thanks. Switch to arrival now, 132.8. Have a good day. See ya. It's an unusual configuration in Toronto this evening because it's arrivals on runway 15 left, which is an unusual arrival configuration in Toronto. Not something you see very often at all. So it sort of threw me a little bit. I didn't actually descend that guy as far as I should have, and that's my bad, I guess. My mistake. I just was not really kind of thinking about the fact of where he should be down that low. So that was a bit of my mistake, but hopefully hopefully he'll be able to recover from that. I think he's still hopefully far enough back that it shouldn't be much of an issue. It's also not ridiculously busy where he won't be able to get down, I don't think. But we got at least 3 more arrivals here for Toronto, not including the Jazz that just took off in the northern sector here. Let me just get rid of that Oshawa one. So we got the Jazz here, and then we've got 3 other arrivals in Toronto right now. Speedbird, JetBlue, and Jazz. The JetBlue is just about to switch to arrival here. I can pretty much switch him to arrival at any time. He's close enough to their airspace anyways. JetBlue 26 Golf, contact Toronto arrival now, 132.8. Have a good day.
132.8, JetBlue 26 Golf. Thanks for everything. Bye-bye.
And Speedbird 909er, I think I already told you, but I didn't mark your tag. I did tell you 15 left for arrival, correct?
Affirmative, 15 left for Speedbird 99.
Speedbird 99, thank you. I just didn't mark it. Air Canada 382, how long do you want to step away for?
30 minutes, sir.
stand by. That's going to put him a long way out there. Yes, I got no crossing traffic. Okay, Air Canada 382, that's approved. Let me know when you are back.
Thank you very much, sir. Our dinner is being carried on flight. That's why I eat what I need.
Air Canada 382, fair enough. Martin Air 6516, heavy contact Montreal Center now on 128.77. Good day.
128.77. Good day, Martin Air 6516.
10 minutes is a bit of a long lead. A little bit of a long lead there.
FedEx 1634, reporting back.
FedEx 1634, thank you. Just got to keep track of who's away and who's around, so it's very easy to lose track of these things. You don't want to lose track of who's actually here and who's not, so it's not ridiculously busy, but it's definitely steady right now. There's some departures still coming out of Toronto, and there's still quite a few arrivals inbound, so it's still going to stay steady for quite some time, I think, here. As I said, the event is petered out. I was not able to make the event, but I've sort of set myself up here for the tail end of it. Let's see here.
Toronto 7, Toronto Center, Jedi 9 Bravo, climbing through 14,000 for 15,000.
Jedi 9 Kilo Bravo, Toronto, good day. Continue climb, flight level 400.
Flight level 400, 9 Kilo Bravo, thank you.
This guy's going up to Hamilton.
And Toronto Center, Speedbird 99, which is about 5 miles from our top of descent. Can we get lower?
Speedbird 909er heavy, when ready, descend, flight level 240.
Come already down 240, Speedbird 99, thank you. We're on another 69, 12,000 for 15,000 massive.
Sorry, who was that called, Toronto?
Jedi 69er.
Jedi 69er, Toronto, thank you. Continue climb, flight level 400.
Level 400, Jedi 69.
Jedi 9er Kilo Bravo, what's your speed in the climb today?
290 until transition and Mach 74. Thank you, Bravo.
Okay, 9 Kilo Bravo, maintain speed 290 or greater, and in transition Mach decimal 74 or greater.
290 or greater and Mach 74 or greater. Thank you, Bravo.
And Jedi 69, you can probably guess what's coming for you. Speed in the climb 290 or less, transition to Mach decimal 74 or less.
290 or less, 74 or less, Jedi 69.
KLM 691 Toronto, good day. Information in Toronto is Foxtrot plan, runway 15 left for arrival. All right, they have sufficient spacing, and they're going to be increasing it as this guy in the back is going to be going slower. Okay, so Jazz 4664 Toronto, when ready, descend 1000, the Toronto altimeter 29er64. Alright. Still got these two guys heading this way, nothing happening there. This guy's heading southbound, but he's going to come right up the middle. He's not going to be a problem. And then this guy is just heading to Hong Kong, straight north, right over the pole. That's going to just keep on dinging at me until these guys get far enough apart, because they're just too close in altitude. Shouldn't really be dinging because they are 11 miles apart, and their ground speed, their distance between them is increasing. Oh, come on. I should not be getting a warning between these guys. I need 12 miles before this alarm will stop. There it goes. It should stop now. Well, keeps going between 11 and 12. As soon as it stays at 12. Oh, come on. It's stupid alarm. Speedbird 99 heavy, continue descent 11,000. Toronto altimeter 29er64.
Okay, continue down to 11,000 and altimeter 29er64, Speedbird 99, thank you.
You got it. Okay. Come on. It's almost 12 miles. Stop dinging. Citation and a 737.
Instead of FedEx 1634, is it possible we can descend to 340 and remain there?
FedEx 1634, absolutely. Descend 340.
340, FedEx 1634.
FedEx 1634, is there anything wrong with 360? Is it a bad ride or anything?
Just experiencing a little bit of icing, but yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for that report. I guess you guys couldn't actually hear that, so that was in my headphones, but it wasn't actually coming through in the speaker system, that the conflict alert, which is nice that you guys were not listening to it, because boy, that was annoying for me. Digging every like 10 seconds. Now these guys should be just continuing right along here, so this guy's going to pass away in front of them long before the heat becomes an issue for them. We got the KLM there. Anybody else inbound to Toronto here? No, it looks like it's going to kind of start to peter out a little bit as the evening wears on, but if we keep up the traffic here all the time, hopefully it will we'll get some more traffic, or we keep up with the ATC here the whole time. There is some traffic building out of Toronto here. There's a few departures on the ground getting ready to go. And there's at least one inbound from Boston, one inbound getting ready to depart from Cincinnati. So there's definitely a few things happening here, which is great. Good. Keep us interested for the evening hours. And Jet A9er Kilo Bravo, are you planning Mach 0.74 in cruise as well?
Negative Mach 0.82. Negative Bravo, negative Bravo.
A 9 Kilo Bravo, roger. And Jedi 69er, what's your planned Mach number and cruise?
Yeah, we're going to try not to eat our company, so we're going to plan Mach 8-1.
Perfect, Jedi 69er, thank you. And in that case, spacing's looking good. So Jedi 9 Kilo Bravo, your speed restriction is canceled.
Speed restriction canceled. Thank you very much.
And Jedi 69er, same for you. Speed restriction canceled.
Speed restriction canceled, Jedi. Jedi 69 for radar reports, it gets better at level 380, but below that it's very bumpy.
Would you say that's moderate then?
Light to moderate, yes.
Light to moderate. And do you remember what altitude it started at?
I started on level 270.
Okay, copy that. 270 to 380, light to moderate. Thank you. All right, so let's see here. The time is midnight 25 Zulu. Light to moderate. What is that? That's about 40 east of London there. Maybe not even 30 east of London. Yeah, 30 east of London. Post that PIREP for myself, so if anybody else is going out that direction, I can give them the PIREP. All right, Jazz, it's just leveling off in cruise. Jazz 1337 Toronto. Arrival information in Toronto is Foxtrot. You can plan runway 15 left.
Roger, we'll expect runway 15 left. Thank you so much, Jazz 1337.
It's going to be a few minutes before he starts down anyways, but at least give him his information so he's ready to go. Not the most interesting evening so far, but definitely quite a few things going on here. Why do I not have these guys tagged up anymore? They must have vanished offline for a moment. Let's see here. Do I have these guys? Do I not have a Cleveland Center? I thought we had a Cleveland Center. Nope, we do not. Okay. We did once upon a time. It's going to be a whole bunch of handoffs all at the same time here. Jazz and Speedbird, and then send the Jedis over to Unicom as well. Yeah, it seems like the event certainly has petered out, though. There's still quite a bit of traffic. Not too bad for a Saturday night, but not as busy as it was anyways. But we're here, we're online, we're streaming, and if anybody wants to some good ATC, there's still quite a few controllers left online here in the Toronto area. That's why I'm not working too hard, because there's quite a few controllers underneath me as well. There's Arrival, Departure, and Tower, and Ground, although I think I heard Ground saying he was going to log off, but still got quite a few controllers around, so definitely can provide some quality ATC. It's not super busy. Air Canada 382. Canada 382 Toronto, thank you very much. Still hasn't even leveled off in cruise yet. He finished his dinner. Jedi 9 Kilo Bravo Toronto, you're just leaving my airspace to the south. Cleveland's not online. Switch to Unicom 122.8. Have a good rest of your day. Never say that. I like that. That was funny. I always appreciate pilots with a good sense of humor, and there's lots of them in this network too. Probably hand this guy off. Oh, that's not right. Did not. Jazz 4664, contact arrival now, 132.8. Good evening.
132.8, good evening, Jazz 4664.
KLM 691 Heavy Toronto, when ready, descend flight level 240. Speedbird 909 Heavy, switch to Toronto arrival now, 132.8. Good day.
132.8, Speedbird 99, thank you, bye-bye.
And Jet A69er, you're also leaving my airspace to the south. Your radar service terminates. Switch to Unicom 122.8. Have a good rest of the night.
122.8, thanks for your service, and over to the dark side. See ya.
See ya. I think that must be a running gag for Jedi there. All right, Canada 1227. He's a little bit Edmonton. He's more northern. This guy's going to Winnipeg. He's a little more southerly. Jazz 1337 Toronto, when ready, descend flight level 240.
Descending to flight level 240,
Jazz 1337, that descent is at your discretion.
Copy that, descend at my discretion. Thank you, Jazz 1337.
All right. Not too bad. Flew through the F&O last night, and it was an interesting F&O. Some of the frequencies were incredibly busy. Some of them were not. Some guys were really working hard. The one that was probably working the hardest of all the guys we dealt with was we flew down to Vegas, and so the last guy we talked to sort of towards the end of the night was Los Angeles Center, where there was one guy working Los Angeles Center. There was SoCal Tracon was on as well. SoCal Tracon was on, but one guy working all of Los Angeles Center, including a whole bunch of arrivals and departures in Vegas, and he was just working like a mad fool. So more power to him, because he did a fantastic job, I gotta say. With all the airplanes he had, he was working very hard. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be working that hard. I like it when I get to work that hard, but I'm just not going to be working that hard on this one. Just checking out the VATSPI, and not too bad coverage on the east. Moncton Center's online, Montreal Center's online. Cleveland and New York are kind of the little laggards, creating a little gap, but otherwise there's a huge block as well in the southeast. Washington, Indy, Kansas City, Memphis, Dallas, Houston, Jacksonville, and Atlanta are all online, because I believe there's an event going on between Cincy and Charlotte right now. So they're firing off tons of airplanes between those two. So there's lots of stuff, lots of ATC online, all trying to compete for the same number of pilots. I think we got a couple of let's see what we got. A couple of inbounds to Toronto. We got at least one guy that came out of Winnipeg that's on his way to Toronto. Like I said, one on the ground in Cincy. Looks like one on the ground down in New York somewhere, either Newark or maybe JFK. Okay. We got our Air Canada 915 here out of Boston. Looking good. I think the one behind him is Southwest, is going to Midway, so he's not going to stop here in Toronto. Just going to fly right on through. And I think he will pass through our airspace. Let's see here. Oh no, he's taking a much more southerly route. Never mind. Take the early handoff from Boston. Since Cleveland's not online, we'll just bridge the gap. Well, looks like we got a departure out of Toronto off the ground there. Good stuff, good stuff. Air Canada 915 Heavy, Toronto, good evening. Okay, I had a little weird little disconnection there. Some reason my computer just about froze. I'm sorry about that, guys. So it clicked off for a second, but it seems to be running again now. KLM 6901, continue descent 11, 1000, Toronto altimeter 2962.
Down to 11,000, altimeter 2964, get up 691 here.
KLM 6901 almost, except it's 2962 on the altimeter now. You got it. All right, here comes Air Canada 7470. Air Canada 915, 15 left for arrivals. He's a bit far out for getting that information. Normally he would get that information over here, but since I know the information, if he asks, I can always pass him the information. Why am I getting a duplicate code here for 6377? Because Air Canada 382 has still got that code. I'm going to have to get a new code there. Hopefully I'll be okay. Air Canada 382 Toronto. I need you to squawk a new code of 0552, please.
0552.
So I got a duplicate code because the ground controller in Toronto obviously had no idea that I could still see this guy. They had the same code. He had assigned them both the same code, but he had no idea. Air Canada 7478 Toronto, good evening. Climb flight level 220. Air Canada 382, thank you very much. All right, so we got a new guy here. He's on his way to Philly. Air Canada 7478, proceed direct Mickey. Straighten out his route a little bit there. Jazz 1337, proceed direct Duvos.
Proceeding direct Duvos, Jazz 1337.
KLM 6901, proceed direct Vidro.
Direct Vidro, KLM 6901.
Might as well give them the shortcuts where I can. FedEx 1634 Toronto, you're leaving my airspace to the west. Winnipeg's not online. You can switch to Unicom 122.8. Have a good rest of the day.
Going to Unicom 122.8. Thanks to the ATC, and good luck for the giveaway later.
Thank you. My fingers are crossed. Okay, so what's he climbing to here? Air Canada 7478. Climb flight level 330. And this guy, he might have a conflict between him and him there. Should pass 20 miles in front, so maybe not. I'll still give him a traffic warning anyways before I turf him. Oh, we got departure out of Ottawa. Oh, going over to Montreal. Boo. Not coming our way. Always open for somebody. KLM 691 Heavy, contact arrival now, 132.8. Good night.
132.8, thanks for service. Have a good day, 7691 here.
Lead tack Amoeba 5. Somebody wiped out almost all of his flight plan. Came all the way from Amsterdam. He didn't have to have lead tack in there. Air Canada 7478. You're about to leave my airspace to the south. Your service is going to terminate with me. Traffic information for you at about your 1 o'clock for about 50 miles. There's 2 eastbound airplanes. First one's at 370. Second one's at 350. I'd recommend you level off at 330 until you're sure you're going to pass behind them. I think you will, but I'd recommend just leveling off at 330 until then. Yeah, traffic, they're about 50 miles ahead of you at about your 1 o'clock. You can switch to Unicom 122.8. Your service terminates. Have a good night. Good night. Air Canada 915 Toronto. Information is India now in Toronto. All right, this guy's level off a little bit early, but he's flying that CRJ, so I know that. I know that airplane. It's not always the best airplane. Just wait for this guy to come in, this guy to move over. If we're going to get him lower just in a few minutes here. Air Canada 915 Toronto, no problem. Descend 17,000, Toronto altimeter 2962.
17,000, for Air Canada 915, thank you.
All right, so we're gonna have to probably step away here in a minute or so here for about 5 or 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably put this stream just on pause for about 5 minutes here, and we'll come back and we'll resume another couple of hours of controlling here. But we just gotta take care of a couple things here. Air Canada 1227 Toronto, are you back?
Sorry, 1227. Yeah, we've been back for about half an hour.
Okay, Air Canada 1227. I must have missed the call, no problem. You're about to leave my airspace to the west. Winnipeg's not online. You can switch to Unicom now, 122.8. Have a good rest of the night.
All right, over Unicom for 1227. I'm actually needing to have to.
Good night. Jazz 1337, contact Toronto arrival now, 132.8.
All right, switch to Toronto arrival. Have a good night, Jazz. 1337.
Good night. Air Canada 915 Toronto, continue descent 11,000. Toronto altimeter is 2962.
1,02962 for Air Canada 915.
And Air Canada 915, I'm going to step away for a couple of minutes here. If you reach Ling and I have not switched you over, contact arrival at Ling on 132.8. I think I'll be back before you get there, though.
Welcome, Air Canada 915.
Air Canada 915, thanks, appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to step away for about 5 minutes here, guys, but I will return, so don't go anywhere if you're watching, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes.
And Center Air Canada 126 is runway heading for flight level 200.
Center's off right now. I think you wanted to contact Toronto Approach for that.
Okay, thank you.
For sure.
And Air Canada 915, are you still with me here? Air Canada 126 Toronto, are you there?
Yeah, I got you 555 Air Canada 126.
Air Canada 126, check. Thank you. And you are level 200.
That is correct. And arrive with me on course.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Air Canada 4821 Toronto, are you there? Okay, so we're back online here. Sorry for that little pause there. Had to step away and just get a couple things done. But we're back online. Not much has really transpired here. We still got just a couple of airplanes in our space and not a whole lot of airplanes.
Cleveland Center, Air Canada 4821 with you.
Aha. And I was just about to send this guy contact me, and looks like Cleveland just came online there. And somebody just took off from St. Catharines. VFR, so it should not be a problem. Literally was moments away from clicking on this guy and sending him a contact me, and I guess Cleveland just got to it because they were just here first. All right, Air Canada 382 is still with us. He's still got like another.
Toronto Center, good evening, sir. We got Air Canada 4821 with information, Indiana. We're on the Nagbo for arrival. Flight level 240 descending for 220.
Air Canada 4821, Toronto, good evening. Information in Toronto is India, I believe, still, and runway 15 left for arrival today.
Expecting the 15 left, Air Canada 4821, thanks.
Air Canada 4821 Toronto, descend 17,017,000 for now. Toronto altimeter 29062.
29962, descending for 17,000, Air Canada 4821.
Air Canada 126, contact Cleveland Center 134.9er.
34.9, thanks so much. Have a good night, Air Canada 126.
Good night. Okay, so we got Air Canada 382, switch to text only, which is not terribly unusual in the middle of the flight, especially as the flight starts to progress. And I see Delta 296 here is not tagged up by Cleveland, so I'm just wondering if he's talking to him yet. Oh, and I see all of a sudden, every time I go to look at this, Oh, no, he's on query. It looks like he's off course a little bit here. Yeah. Now he's making the turn there. That was not the appropriate place to make the turn, but nevertheless, there it goes. Yeah, then that'll yeah, no worries. I may forget, so I may send Ben a second message. Air Canada 4821, continue descent 1000, Toronto altimeters 2962.
2962, 1000, Air Canada 4821.
Now, who's this VFR and where is he going? Because he's kind of...
Toronto Center with you at flight level 160, Delta 296.
Delta 296, Toronto, good evening. Descend 1000, Toronto altimeters 2962.
1000 feet for Delta 296.
Delta 296, roger. Information Toronto is India. Actually, sorry, now it's Juliet. And plan runway 15 left.
Information Juliet, planning for 15 left, Delta 296.
There we go. I believe... Oh. And looks like I lost my Air Canada up north, so that's it. So I just got these two airplanes down here. It's turning into a very quiet evening. I hope it does pick up a little bit. We got one guy on the ground at Oshawa, so that's always good. That'll get us something here. Got a departure from Ottawa coming to Toronto. Got another departure from Boston halfway here. Got another one that departed somewhere in New York anyways. We got a few inbounds. It's not terribly busy, but we had an event earlier and that probably stole a lot of the traffic for the day. People specifically logged on for that time frame. But we're going to put in a couple hours here, see if anything happens, anything shows up. If not, then it might be a bit of a boring evening, but I'm hoping that it won't. If it turns out to be really boring, I may just log off and go watch some TV instead. Hopefully that's not the case. Unfortunately, Canada is looking pretty quiet for airplanes right now. There's 712 pilots connected, and only about like 15 or 20 of them are in Canada, by the looks of it. There's quite a lot of traffic up and down the northeast U.S. here. Charlotte and Cincinnati, they're having their events there, and they're not FNO level, but there's definitely a lot of traffic out there. Not so much down here in Toronto. Delta 296, contact Toronto arrival now, 132.8. Good night.
132.8 for Delta 296, good night.
These guys who transition in from Cleveland, it's a fairly short little jaunt through our airspace here. What's that, 30 miles at most? 20, 22 miles? Even from Wozy here, it's only 30 miles. So yeah, it's not a very long trek on this side anyways. This guy's down a little bit early, but it's okay. Hand him off in about another minute or so here. And then I will have no airplanes on my frequency successfully. Not exactly what I'm looking for in my ATC, but Yeah, it is turning into a very quiet evening. It wasn't too bad for the first hour we were here, but she is really just sort of slowing down to almost nothing. Oh, but we do have our one airplane on the ground in Oshawa, and he filed a flight plan. So let's check out his flight plan. Let's pull up the ground view of Oshawa as well, so we're ready for him when he calls up. Gonna set him a squawk code here. He's going to North Bay via Simcoe North Bay. Works for me. Runway 12 on the Oshawa 3 departure. I could even throw up an ATIS in Oshawa because I do not have an ATIS anywhere else. So why not? CYOO. That all seems good. Let's just test this here. Except that it's got to be RNAV, and I don't think I specified a runway, so I'm just going to make sure I specify a runway for Oshawa. It's going to be runway 12 for our ATIS. There it is. There we go. We got information. Say Sierra. Alright, we can hand this one guy off anyways. And then we're just waiting for this one guy to call us. Air Canada 4821, contact Toronto arrival now, 132.8. Good night.
132.8 there, Canada 4821. Wish you a great night.
Thank you. And that's it. Unfortunately, not much is happening today. It's a quiet day. May have to go and just try and get some other work done if nothing happens on this network soon. Or go reacquaint myself with my old friend TV. I used to spend lots of time watching TV, and VATSIM is slowly taking more and more of my free time, and I don't watch TV now. I usually just watch airplanes scroll around the screen. Just looking over my FS economy life, and somebody rented my airplane and flew like 50 miles in it. Wasn't very far. Yeah, made me some money anyways. Any good assignments where my airplane's parked now? Not really. Go to a few places, but nothing crazy lucrative there. Just waiting for something to happen. Okay, well, let's see if I can find what I'm looking for here. wait for that Skycraft guy to get fired up because I know he's going to call. These Skycraft people have been very good about being on VATSIM and flying out of Oshawa. They like the fact, they love it when there's any kind of control service available. This sounds like some real life considerations there. Have they reopened 05 now? All right, interesting. Now we're going to be doing a runway change here, so that's kind of cool. So it's not much going on right now, but sounds like they're coordinating a runway change down below us in Toronto. Just for sake of interest, I'm going to start tuning in Toronto Arrival and Toronto Tower because there's absolutely nothing happening on this frequency unless at least listen to what's happening there.
4821, we're 15 left.
Air Canada 4821, Roger, continue approach.
We do have one guy down here. American 412 is coming in for Toronto, so we do have some people coming slowly. Oh, We got double skycraft here.
2,000 feet.
Intriguing.
That's a privilege request.
Careful, thanks.
Very intriguing.
And Delta 296, turn left heading 310. Left 310, Delta 296.
Let's see if I can pull up the arrivals for 15 left. Would be this one.
4821, contact tower 187, get in.
118, small 7, America 4821, thanks. Tower, America 4821 with you, 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet on the ILS, 15 left.
Air Canada 4821, Pearson Tower, good evening, wind 0806, Romeo 15 left, clear land, number 1.
Cleared land, 15 left, Air Canada 4821.
Yeah, so they're going to do a runway change because if the weather's supposed to come down, the winds are shifting already, I believe, and the weather's supposed to come down tonight, and it's going to be a lousy day tomorrow in Toronto. So, might as well switch the runways. Easily 15 to 20 minutes out, so.
Delta 296, turn left heading 240, so 3,000.
See, looking to get our Ifr Cancellation.
Left 240 down to 3,000 feet, Delta 296.
Okay, 914 Heavy, clear to Boston by the Captain 2 departure, bump transition that is filed. Plan runway 06 left, squawk 6156. Departure frequency will be 125.77.
Alright, clear to Boston by the Captain 2 departure, bumper transition, then as filed. We'll expect 06 left, and departure frequency will be 125.87, squawking 6156.
Okay, 914 Heavy, confirm the frequency will be 125.77, 2577.
Sorry, 2577 for 914 Heavy.
Okay, 914 Heavy, read back correct, push start your discretion. ATC Kilo should be up now, and call when ready for taxi.
What was the information again for Air Canada 914?
Information Kilo current.
Alright, push at our discretion, and we have Kilo on board works. And we'll call you for push for Air Canada 914 Heavy.
Roger.
Toronto Tower, UPS 342 Heavy, we're ready to taxi. We just picked up Kilo. Should we go and expect 06 left?
UPS 342 Heavy, if you still want 24 right, we can accommodate that, or otherwise you can plan 06 left. Let me know your preference.
We can plan over to 06 left, that's fine.
Okay, UPS 342 Heavy, runway 06 left. Taxi Echo, Delta, hold short 06 left, altimeter 29060.
Alright, Echo Delta, hold short 06 left for UPS 342 Heavy, thank you.
M Tower, Air Canada 4821, we're going to the gate 33.
Air Canada 4821, roger, make a slight left at Alpha Lima, enter the ramp.
Left on Alpha Lima to the ramp, Air Canada 4821.
Skycraft 001, Toronto Center, good evening.
Toronto Center, Skycraft 001, good evening. On the ground, Oshawa information Sierra, looking for the Ifr to North Bay.
That's Skycraft 001. You're cleared to North Bay via the Oshawa 3 departure and vectors to Simcoe flight plan route. Depart runway 12, squawk code 0537.
Okay, it's clear to North Bay, the Oshawa 3 departure, flight plan route. Depart runway 12, squawk 0537, Skycraft 001.
Skycraft 001. Your readback is all correct. Information is Sierra is current. Start up at your discretion. Call ready for taxi. All right, he's got the same thing here, but it should be west, so it should be an even altitude. Because he's east. No, it's east. It should be. It's initially east and then west, so it's kind of a weird thing. This leg is west. This leg is east, so both are correct. No one's gonna reach that one anyways. I actually had the Skycraft call me, but yeah, I figure if there's guys on the ground at Oshawa, I gotta throw something up.
Toronto Tower on final 15 left to Delta 296.
Delta 296, Pearson Tower, good evening. Winds 080 at 6, runway 15 left, clear to land.
Clear to land 15 left, Delta 296.
In Toronto Tower, UPS 342 Heavy, we're rolling. Just had to change over all the information for 06 left.
UPS 342 Heavy, yep, your taxi clearance is still valid. Echo Delta.
Echo Delta, thanks sir, UPS 342 Heavy.
Toronto Center, Skycraft 008.
Skycraft 008, go ahead.
Yeah, Center, Skycraft 008 is on Oshawa. We're looking to pick up our IFR clearance to North Bay.
It's Skycraft 008. You're cleared to North Bay via the Oshawa 3 departure and radar vector to Simcoe flight plan route departure runway 12, squawk code 0532.
Okay, clear to North Bay via Oshawa 3 departure, radar vectors to Simcoe, squawk 0532 for Skycraft 008.
Skycraft 008, that's all correct, and it's runway 12 for departure.
Yeah, 12 for departure, thanks.
Skycraft 008, roger, the readback's all correct. Information is Sierra, and give me a call when you're ready for taxi.
Sounds good, appreciate it, 008.
Tower, good afternoon, Air Canada 454, looking for IFR to Ottawa.
Air Canada 454, you're clear to Ottawa via the Verto 6 departure, L sub transition, flight plan routes. Plan runway 06 left, squawk 6344.
Okay, sounds good.
Departure frequency today will
Yeah,
be
you too.
125.77.
Okay, so arrival just logged off, so
Clear to Ottawa via the Verto 6 L sub transition.
And so that's going to make it a little bit more interesting.
And the squawk 06, no.
Air Canada 454, squawk 6344.
6344, okay, 454.
Air Canada 454, read back correct. ATC kilo current, push and start your discretion. Call ready for taxi.
Sorry, Canada 914 Heavy ready for taxi 06 left.
altimeter 2960, runway 06 left, taxi Alpha Lima, Bravo, Charlie, and then Charlie 4 to Delta, hold short 06 left.
Alright, Alpha Lima, Bravo, Charlie, Charlie 4, Delta, hold short 06 left, Air Canada 914.
Roger. Air Canada 914, looks like you make the wrong turn there. Looks like you're on Alpha, so change of plans here. Continue on Alpha, turn right on Delta, hold short, runway 3 through right.
Sorry about that. Delta, then what was the last one?
Alright, so I know it's kind of quiet now, guys. We're listening to the tower frequency as well, just to give us a little bit more excitement and interest, but it's going to get interesting here in about 5 minutes. We're going to get a couple of handoffs here from Cleveland. We're going to get a couple of departures out of Toronto in the next couple of minutes, and that's going to start to make it.
Toronto Tower, we just pulled off to the right, so 15 left.
And we got our first one here from an Ottawa departure now. So finally, after like 15 minutes of nothing happening on this frequency, we're going to finally do some stuff here. Because it's been a little quiet, unfortunately.
Right, Echo, Romeo, hold short, 15 left for Delta 296.
Air Canada 914, continue taxi across 3 through right, follow Delta, hold short 06 left.
Follow Delta and hold short 06 left for Air Canada 914. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all good. UPS 342, you good to go?
Ifr, I'm just about to call you, just some last minute preparations here.
UPS 342, roger. I didn't give you a departure frequency because they were playing switch it up here. So departure frequency will be 125.77. And
Good evening, Toronto Center, Chest Alpha Delta. I'm ready to go now on 125.77. And
Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta Toronto. Good evening. Continue climb flight level 280.
Runway 06 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff for UPS 342 Heavy, thanks, sir.
Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta Toronto. Continue climb flight level 280.
Roger, continue to climb flight level 280, Sierra Alpha Delta 280.
Skycraft 001, good. Skycraft 001, Oshawa, altimeter 2963, still information Sierra, taxi Alpha Bravo to hold short of runway 12.
We have Sierra forward and Alpha Bravo, contact hold short 12 for Skycraft 001.
So it was pretty quiet here for the last half an hour or so, but we're about to be rewarded with a lot of work in the next little while, which is fun. That's the whole reason why we're here. So I hope you guys will stick with me, because we're going to actually see some airplanes do some things now. And the Skycrafts are going to be a fun and interesting one, because I was just expressing this to some of the other guys, that Skycraft has been a neat little airline that sort of popped up in the last year or so, not even last year, like the last 3 months or so. They suddenly become very busy little beavers around Oshawa. So they're based in Oshawa, but they fly to all sorts of places all around Ontario. And they're flying to the airports that we don't see a lot of traffic. Skycraft 008, you ready taxi as well?
Yeah,
Skycraft 008, runway 12, altimeter Oshawa 2963, taxi Alpha Bravo, hold short 12.
Taxi Alpha Bravo, hold short of 12 for Skycraft 008.
So it definitely makes it a little more interesting when there's things, just unusual things happening. We see all...
Center American 412 descending via the Lane series, and we're at speed 310 knots.
American 412, Toronto, good evening. Sorry, you said you're at speed 300?
310 knots.
American 412, perfect. Keep the speed to 280 or faster. Descend 1000. Toronto altimeter 2960.
Descend 1000 and altimeter 2960. American 412.
American 412, thank you. Information is, I believe it's Kilo now in Toronto, and runway 05 for arrival.
And we got Kilo on board, and expect runway 05 for arrival, American 412.
Perfect. Okay, so he's doing that. Skycraft 001 Toronto, contact me airborne, the wind 090 at 10, clear for takeoff, runway 12.
Clear for takeoff 12, Skycraft 001.
I got another one coming in here from the north, so I'll get him to contact me. I'll wait another.
Toronto Center, Air Canada 723, 5 miles to the south of Buffalo VOR, descending on the Living 3, speed 270 knots.
Air Canada 723 Toronto, good evening. Continue descent 1000. Toronto altimeter 2960.
Down to 1000, Air Canada 723, and I've got information Kilo.
Air Canada 723, thank you. And the information in Toronto is Kilo. You can plan arrival runway 05.
Roger, planning 05, Air Canada 723.
Toronto Center, UPS 342 Heavy, with you climbing through 5,000, just out of Toronto.
UPS 342 Toronto, thank you. Identified. Just in the future, the SID does state to maintain 5,000 until you're cleared higher. Climb 7,000.
Hey, from up to 7,000, sorry about that, I had a lot going on.
UPS 432, no problem. When you're ready, right turn, direct mobile on course.
Right turn, direct mobile, and up to 7,000, UPS 342 Heavy.
Skycraft 008, line up, runway 12, short departure for, or short delay for separation.
Roger, line up for 12, Skycraft 008. Toronto Skycraft 001 is airborne passing 1.3.
Skycraft 001, thank you. You're identified. Continue climb 10,000.
Continue climb 10,000, Skycraft 001.
UPS 342, climb flight level 230.
Up to 230 for UPS 342 Heavy, thank you.
UPS 342, vectors for traffic, fly heading 180 for now. We'll have back on course shortly.
AFM 180 for UPS 342 Heavy.
UPS 342, if you expedite that climb, it'll help me get you on course sooner.
AFM, we're expediting currently.
Thanks.
Toronto, good evening, Air Canada 914 Heavy with you, passing 3,500.
Air Canada 914, thank you. Identified, climb 6,000.
6,000, Air Canada 914.
Air Canada 914, right turn, direct Rycom on course.
What was the waypoint again for Air Canada 914?
Air Canada 914, a right turn, direct Rycom. Romeo India Kilo Echo Mike.
Right turn, direct Rycom for Air Canada 914 Heavy.
Skycraft 001, turn left, direct Simcoe on course.
Left turn, Simcoe on course,
Skycraft 008, contact me airborne, the wind 090 at 10. You're clear for takeoff, runway 12.
Clear for takeoff 12008.
Toronto Center, American 412, can you confirm speed restriction one more time, please?
American 412, you can start slowing up now. Make it speed 250, descend 6,000, and just continue present heading vectors for 05.
Continue present heading and maintain 250 knots. American 412, thank you. Vectors plan.
Thank you, American 412, descend 6,000.
Donna 6000, photo.
Air Canada 914, climb 8,000.
8,000, Air Canada 914.
And Air Canada 914, are you starting that turn yet?
Yeah, we're just starting it right now. The plane's being wonky here.
Skycraft 001 Toronto, give me your best speed that you can in the climb there.
Roger, we'll do our best. Skycraft 001.
Thank you. So his present heading is probably about 320 or 330, so I'm just going to mark it in there.
Center Skycraft 008, climbing through 1.5, runway heading.
Skycraft 008 Toronto, I see a prime target only. Make sure the transponder's on, please.
Roger.
Get on. It sucks sometimes. UPS 342, turn right direct and call.
Right direct ankle for UPS 342 Heavy. That was a tongue twister.
Thank you. Skycraft 008, I'm still not seeing the transponder there. Can you just double check in the client you got it on there?
Yeah, it should be on now for Skycraft 008.
Skycraft 008, yeah, I got it now. Got you climbing through 3,200. Climb 9,000.
Okay, 9,000 for Skycraft 008.
Air Canada 914, climb flight level 230.
230, Air Canada 914.
Skycraft 008, turn left direct Simcoe on course.
Okay, drift Simcoe, then on course for Skycraft 008. Thanks.
Skycraft 001, what's your speed in the climb?
We're indicating 130 knots.
Skycraft 008, speed 130 or less in the climb, please.
130 or less in the climb for Skycraft 008.
Thank you. American 412, turn left heading 300, descend 4,000. He's not going to get down. I don't widen him out, so we got to widen him out a little bit. He's already climbed over that, so that's great. UPS 342 heavy, continue climb, flight level 320.
Up to 320 for UPS 342 Heavy, thanks.
Air Canada 723, descend 8,000, speed at your discretion.
Down to 8,000, and I'll just use the public speeds on link 3 for now, if that's alright. Air Canada 723.
And Air Canada 723, actually, I'm just going to give you the shortcut here to make life easier, so just fly present heading, and it'll be vectors for the final.
Roger, fly present heading, and I'll wait for your call, Air Canada 723.
Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta Toronto. The information in Toronto is Kilo, runway 05 for arrival. When ready, descend flight level 240.
When ready, descend flight level 240. We have information. Kilo on board. We'll plan 405 on for arrival to Africa.
Skycraft 001, after Simcoe, you're going to be eastbound. Do you want 11,000 or 9,000?
We can take 1,000 for Skycraft 001.
Skycraft 001, maintain 1,000. Alright, so he's well over this guy, not a problem. And Air Canada 723, fly heading 300.
300, Air Canada 723.
Departure, good evening, Air Canada 454, out of 3,000 for 6,000.
Air Canada 454 Toronto, good evening. You're identified in the future. The SID does state to maintain runway heading and 5,000 feet until otherwise advised by ATC. Climb 7,000.
Sorry about that. Yeah, we'll look at the next time. Climb 7,000, 454.
Air Canada 454, thanks. Proceed direct Verto on course. In the future, depart Toronto in heading mode only.
Roger, direct Verto, Air Canada 454.
Thank you. American 412, descend 3,000. He's going to be a little bit high and tight here on this one. Air Canada 723, descend 6,000.
6,000, Air Canada 723.
Air Canada 914, actually disregard. I should be keeping him at 230. Cleveland should be climbing him higher. So, American 412, turn right heading 030 to intercept, cleared ILS 05.
Turn left, right heading 030 to intercept, localizer, runway 05, American 412.
American 412, that's correct, and you are cleared for the ILS 25. Speed, your discretion now.
Cleared ILS 05, American 412, thank you.
Air Canada 723, descend 4,000.
4,000, Air Canada 723.
Air Canada 454, climb flight level 230.
230, Air Canada 454.
Okay, so we're going to need North Bay eventually here for these two guys going to North Bay. Wind 0203, 17,000. All right. Now everything is coming together nicely. Let's just make sure this American and American 412. You've gone through the localizer. If you don't have it, right turn 09 or 0 to re-intercept. You're still cleared the ILS 05.
We have it, or it looks American 412 should be fully established by still flying.
Okay, American 412, just wanted to make sure you had it.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's send this guy off to Cleveland. Air Canada 914, contact Cleveland Center now, 134.9er. Good night.
What's the frequency again for Air Canada 914, sorry?
Air Canada 914, Cleveland, 134.9er.
134.9er for Air Canada 914, see you later.
See ya. Air Canada 723, fly heading 350.
350, Air Canada 723.
Air Canada 454, climb flight level 290.
Climb 290, Air Canada 454.
Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta Toronto, descend 12,000. Toronto altimeter is 2960.
Descend 12,000, Toronto altimeter 2960, Sierra Alpha Delta.
And Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta, that descent will be at your discretion.
Roger, it's by discretion, Sierra Alpha Delta.
American 412, contact the tower now, 118.7. Good night. American 412, contact the tower now, 118.7. Good night.
118.7, American 412, thanks for your help. See ya.
See ya. Okay, so he's off to Cleveland. He's gone. He's leaving the TCU. He's got his final altitude. Just got to get this guy turned on final, and then our little push of work here will be over. That's a good little push of work, though. Air Canada 723, turn right heading 030 for intercept, cleared ILS 05.
030 for the localizer, cleared ILS 05, Air Canada 723.
And Air Canada 723, descend 3,000 for the glide slope.
Down to 3,000, Air Canada 723.
I missed that. I meant to get him down and I missed it. Not even that busy. I shouldn't be missing silly things like that. Just that Nor's off to Ottawa. Not going to do us any good there. It's amazing how VATSIM really comes and goes in waves, though, too. Really, really busy for a period of time, and then nothing happens for a couple of hours. And Skycraft 001. What's your speed and cruise there?
Indicating 165 knots.
Skycraft 008, speed 165 or less.
165 or less for 008.
Also going to be a challenge to get these both into North Bay because I can only have one airplane doing the approach into North Bay. So unless I get Skycraft 008 slowed down, somebody's going to be doing a hold. Air Canada 723, contact Toronto Tower now, 118.7. Good night.
118.7 for Tower, Air Canada 723, thanks for the shortcut.
No problem, have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
It's a weird thing. This is the only hobby in the world where people like shortcuts and like getting out of their hobby sooner. Possibly because you commit to such long periods of time in it. But I always find that hilarious. No other hobby do you like in a hurry to finish doing whatever it is you're doing. Alright, so we got this guy. He's crossing those two guys. That's fine. He's at 9. He's at 12. They're on their way to North Bay, which is right there. So they got a good... How long we got to North Bay here? Well, they still got about 30 minutes of flying to get to North Bay, so it's going to still be a little while. UPS, we're going to hand off in a little bit. This Air Canada is just going to Ottawa, so do we still have Ottawa arrival? We do have Ottawa arrival on. Good stuff, good stuff. And we can always check the ATC to see what they're doing in Ottawa today. Two five. Still got one arrival here in Toronto. Not enough to make it really busy or anything, though. It's not. It's unfortunate. It's not. Depends on the time of day, and sometimes you get these days in Toronto where it's busy, and it was nice and busy there for about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, and now it's going to be a bit of a snooze. But it'll be interesting getting these two Skycrafts into North Bay because they're both going to they're both going to into the same airport, uncontrolled airport. I can only have one doing the approach at a time, so there's a good chance the second guy's going to have to hold here. Winds in North Bay are out of the northeast, so I can see it doing, I don't think it's the ILS to 08. I think the ILS is, no, the ILS to 08. Yeah, ILS to 08. So I can see them doing the ILS to 08. And I can see... I haven't had to clear too many people for full procedure approaches, that's for sure. So let's see, they're doing 160 knots. That's about 2 miles a minute. If he's 16 miles in trail, maybe 2.5 miles a minute, that means he's about 6 minutes behind. He might be enough at that point where he won't need to hold. 6 minutes might be enough for that guy ahead to squeeze in the approach. I'm going to have to hold the guy above at 5 though, so yeah, it should. You might have to hold briefly. I'll give him the hold clearance anyways, and if I have to cancel it, I can cancel it. It's fine. UPS can go to Cleveland. Not much is happening there. UPS 342 heavy contact. Cleveland Center now 134.9. Good evening.
Over to Cleveland Center, 1349er for UPS 342 Heavy. Thank you for your service, sir. You've been fantastic.
No problem. Thank you. Good night. All right, so he passed those two guys. And he should be 05. Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta, proceed direct Airbus.
Direct Airbus, Sierra Hotel.
All right. Air Canada 454 Toronto. The information in Ottawa is Oscar. It's going to be runway 25 for arrival this evening.
Okay, we'll go pick that up. Information Oscar, Air Canada 454.
Anybody else? Let's see. We got a couple of guys on the ground in Montreal. We got a lot of guys on the ground in Montreal. One of them off to Ottawa. Or three of them off to Ottawa. One of them off to Toronto. So one guy's coming here. We got another guy airborne. A UPS coming inbound from Louisville into Toronto. And we got one more guy coming up from somewhere way deep south on the ground in Atlanta. Yeah, he's not going to be here for a long time. So yeah, so Tower is going to log off after this. So we're going to have full control of the entire area very soon. Sierra Alpha Hotel Delta, continue descend 8,000.
Descend 8,000, yeah.
So after that, we're going to have full control of the Toronto FIR. If nothing much happens, we may check out in an hour. We'll see if there's still some traffic buzzing around. We may stay on for longer than that. But right now, if not much is happening, I may just get out of here in an hour because there's no point in me streaming if nothing's happening. Although lots of guys are watching now. The most number of people who've been watching all evening, and yet it's gotten quite quiet now. 15 minutes ago it was a little bit busy, so if you guys can zip back through the stream to about 15-20 minutes ago, it was really quite busy then. Let's see here. I gotta get this. I gotta do a few more things here. So since it's very quiet, I might as well send out an email that I need to send because it's surprisingly, it's not terribly surprisingly quiet, but I think we I think the key is that earlier there was an event between Toronto and Winnipeg, so that really kind of used up a lot of the traffic. Like everyone who was thinking about flying today went and flew in that event, so now there's not much going on. Air Canada 454 Toronto, when ready, descend 8,000. Ottawa altimeter, oh, hold on. Ottawa altimeter is 2971.
When ready, December 1000, and altimeter 2971. Okay, that's perfect.
Okay, so still waiting to see the 0200 weather come out for, oh, I should probably give these guys an updated altimeter here. Skyways 001, Skyways 008, Muskoka altimeter for you, 2965.
2965, Skycraft 001.
Sorry, Skycraft, my apologies.
All good.
Should probably get rid of that. See how far he is from North Bay here. Still 90 miles. You probably won't need to start down for another 50 miles. So we have probably about 10 minutes at least to try and see if we can get the new North Bay weather to come in. That's what I'm really waiting for, is to see if we get the new North Bay weather. If nothing much comes from that, then maybe not. But nevertheless, it's going to be interesting. Like, I haven't two sequential arrivals into an uncontrolled airport. That's not something you get very often in VATSIM. So it's going to be interesting. I like it. I like a little challenge, a little variety. Challenge the normal controlling muscles with something a little different. This guy's just got to go down. He'll pick his time to go down. Hand him off to, 10 minutes, we'll hand him off to Ottawa arrival. This guy's just got to come down, go down to 6,000. Just waiting to see this weather come in, North Bay. Still got the 0-100 weather. Alpha Hotel Delta Toronto, descend 6,000.
Descend 6,000, Alpha Delta.
Oh, there it is. Skycraft 001, Skycraft 008, just had the 0200 weather for North Bay pop in here. Let me know when you're both ready to copy. Skycraft 00188. The North Bay weather just came in at 0200 Zulu, so that's 13 minutes ago. Winds are calm, 15 miles visibility, overcast at 17,000. Temperature 13, 2.09er, altimeter there 29er66, and they're marked that this will be the last staffed observation. Skycraft 001, what's your planned approach into North Bay?
Skycraft 001 will take the RNAV 26 via Tibbum.
All right, Skycraft 001, check RNAV 26 via, you said Tibbet? And Skycraft 001, proceed direct Tibbum. Alpha Hotel Delta Toronto, descend 4,000.
Descend 4,000, Alpha Delta.
He's going down. Skycraft 001 Toronto, when ready, descend 4,000.
Descend 4,000 when ready, Skycraft 001.
And Skycraft 008 Toronto, as you're probably aware, your company traffic is number 1 ahead of you into North Bay. I think the spacing's going to work out fine for you, but you may need to do a hold, 1 lap around the hold at Tybum. So just potentially plan on that. If you want to bring the speed back even a little more, that's fine.
Okay, we'll be ready for the hold, and yeah, I'm going to slow it down for Skycraft 008, thanks.
Skycraft 008, if it is a hold, it probably will only be about 1 lap before the company gets on the ground.
Skycraft 008, thanks.
And Skycraft 008, did you want the same approach, RNAV 26 via Tybum?
Yeah, we're going to do the same approach, RNAV 26 via Tybum.
Skycraft 008, proceed direct Tybum this time. You can plan on that.
Okay, direct Tybum for Skycraft 008, thanks.
Alpha Hotel Delta Toronto. Vectors to final, turn left, heading 150, descend 3000.
Descend 3000, left 150, vectors to final, Alpha Delta.
Skycraft 008 Toronto, when ready, descend 6000.
6,000 for Skycraft 008.
Skycraft 001, what time are you showing over Tybum?
We're sure we'll be there in about 17 minutes, Skycraft 001.
Okay, Skycraft 001, copy that. That'll put you at 34. Skycraft 008, I would anticipate your company's going to need between 6 and 8 minutes to complete the approach. So if you want to arrange your ETA to be Tybum at about 40 to 42 after the hour, that'll probably work out to minimize the hold.
Okay, cipher marks for Skycraft 008.
Alpha Hotel Delta, turn left, heading 090 to intercept, clear the ILS 05.
Left 090 to intercept ILS 0105, Alpha Delta.
Was probably a split second late there, but he'll probably be okay with it. He seems like he's pretty sharp, seems like he knows what he's doing here. Seems to have worked out just fine. Yep, I think he's going to get it just perfect. And roll out right on that heading. Keep the turn going, keep the turn going. Yeah, I think he's got it. Alpha Hotel Delta, you can contact the tower now, 118.7. Have yourself a good night.
18.7, Alpha Tower, thank you for your help. Have a good night, Alpha Delta.
Air Canada 454, contact Ottawa arrival now, 135.15. See ya.
3515. Thanks so much for the agencies and great job. See ya.
Alright, let's see, how far is he from Tybum? What's that based? That's based on the runway itself, so yeah. So he's still 58 miles away. I can't get him lower than 4,000 until he's 25 miles away from North Bay. So we'll just let him go down a little bit for now. Skycraft 008, clear descend 5,000.
Data 5,000 for Skycraft 008.
Alright, so that's it for the arrival. We have a couple departures on the ground in Toronto, and I think that the tower is going to log off here. Oh, that's not the right one. No, it's out of order. I hate that. I have them a very specific order in my mind where I go from like largest to, from zoomed out to zoomed in, so I hate when I'm in the wrong order because I expect it to be a certain order. I just deal with it that way. Alright, we do have another inbound for Toronto here. Got one coming there. We got another one coming up from the south through Cleveland Center right now. Oh, we got a couple coming in from, I think, Atlanta. We got 3 departures logged up in Toronto, so we got some stuff still happening. It's not very busy, but it's stuff happening. I'm enjoying this challenge of trying to get these 2 guys into North Bay. It's not very often you get that sort of challenge. But that's what I like. Like I enjoy the kind of the changes, the differences. You see so much the same thing over and over again in VATSIM. You see the same people going to the same airports. Everybody's going to Toronto, maybe Ottawa. You don't see a lot of North Bay. You see a little bit of North Bay, but you don't see it very much. And to see two people go into it at the same time, it's great. That just makes it that much more fun. I never did mark this guy's approach, but anyways. They probably didn't need to start down so soon. They started down way too soon. This guy was passing a scope and he started to descend. I encouraged that probably a little bit. But I'm pretty sure I gave it to them at their discretion. So they chose when to go down.
Skycraft 001.
FedEx 8818, I'm actually closing up. You can contact Toronto Center 125.77 for your clearance.
Roger, sir, I contact the center. Thank you. FedEx 8818.
Skycraft 001, Toronto, go ahead.
Skycraft 001. Just to help out company, I'd like to cancel IFR at this time. Take the picture for North Bay.
Okay, Skycraft 001, your IFR cancellation is received. And did you want the flight following into North Bay still?
Sure, we'll take flight following Skycraft.
Okay, Skycraft 001, the IFR flight plan is canceled and your alerting service remains. You can stay on my frequency for now. Skycraft 008, as you heard, the company's canceled ahead of you, so you can keep your speed up. You're the only one now for the approach to runway 26.
Okay, keep the speed up for Skycraft 008, thanks.
Skycraft 008, I'm going to keep you at 5,000 for a little bit longer. I'll get you down to 4,000 when we get close to the approach.
Skycraft 008, thanks.
FedEx 8818, I'm ready to copy my clearance Montreal.
All right, FedEx 8818 Toronto, good evening. You're cleared to Montreal via the Dead Key 4 departure, Miglo transition, flight plan route, depart runway 06 left, squawk code 0554.
Clear to Montreal via Dead Key 4, Miglo transition, flight plan route 0554 for the squawk. And it's possible, sir, I'm at the FedEx station, runway 05 for the departure?
FedEx 8818, absolutely. Sorry about that. Yes, you can plan departure runway 05 on the Dead Key 4, balance unchanged.
Roger, 05 by the Dead Key 4, balance unchanged, FedEx 8818.
FedEx 8818, your readback is all correct information. Lima is about to become current. You can call me when you're ready for taxi.
Roger, I call for the taxi, FedEx 8818.
Oh, we canceled the IFR. Where's the fun in that?
And Toronto Center, good evening, WestJet 424 inbound, flight level 340.
WestJet 424, Toronto Center, good evening. Alright, so we got the ATIS up. We got everything now here in Toronto. Alright. Alpha Hotel Delta, no problem. Have a good night. Alright, we got the Air France here still. He hasn't done anything yet, but his clearance looks good. That looks good. Just supposed to be 06 left is the only thing. Otherwise, looks good. Skycraft 008 Toronto, when ready, descend 4,000.
Data 4,000 for Skycraft 008.
Alright, so we got a couple of things going on here. Got a couple of arrivals, couple of departures, nothing crazy, but alright, so the Alpha Hotel Delta is logged off. The Skycraft 001 is getting there. WestJet 424 is going direct to Taiwan, which no longer puts him directly in conflict with this guy, so that works out just fine. Sorry, that's Skycraft 008. Alright, so his clearance was good. He's cleared to push. We got another inbound to Toronto over here. We got Air Canada 605, so we do got some inbounds coming, slowly but surely. We got some inbounds coming. It's not going to be the busiest evening, but hopefully we'll get a little bit more. We got the UPS as well.
Toronto Center, FedEx 8818, I'm ready for taxi runway 05.
FedEx 8818 Toronto, information is Lima, the altimeter 2960 for runway 05, taxi Juliet.
2960 for the altimeter, taxi via Juliet for the 05 FedEx 8818.
Roger. Lost my North Bay weather somehow. Don't know why. Should still have that. And lively bids. I didn't even see your chat there. Nobody's really been chatting very much, so I stopped kind of turning over to look at the chat screen there. So my apologies, I missed your chat there, but it was nice that you were watching. Thank you for watching, and have yourself a good night. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon. There he goes. He's taxiing. A couple minutes, we'll get him airborne, get some things happening here. Oh, that's probably Cleveland handing me the UPS. There he is. Yep, perfect. Now it's going to start to get busy. Things are going to all start happening at the same time. UPS coming in there. Planes don't move particularly fast. That's the one thing about these little planes. They don't move as fast as you expect them to sometimes.
Toronto Center, FedEx 8818, I'm ready to go.
FedEx 8818 Toronto, contact me airborne. Winds 110 at 5, clear for takeoff, runway 05.
Clear for takeoff 05, I call you airborne, FedEx 8818.
WestJet 424 Toronto, the information in Toronto is now Lima, runway 05 for arrival.
Runway 05 and information Lima for WestJet 424.
Gotcha.
Toronto Center, good evening, UPS 374 Heavy, flight level 310 with information Lima.
UPS 374 Heavy Toronto, good evening. Information is Lima, runway 05 for arrival. When ready, descend flight level 240.
When ready, descend flight level 240 and we'll expect 05 UPS 374 Heavy.
Skycraft 001, I show you about 8 miles south of North Bay now. You can switch to Unicom 122.8 for the arrival. No traffic currently observed or reported in the vicinity of North Bay. Company is well behind you.
Skycraft 001, we'll switch over to necessary frequency.
Toronto Center, FedEx
Good night.
18, I'm passing 2,000 feet.
FedEx 8818 Toronto, good evening. You're identified. Climb flight level 230.
Climb 230, FedEx 8818.
Hello. All right. FedEx 8818, turn right, direct, dead key on course.
Right, direct, dead key, FedEx 8818.
UPS 374 Heavy, continue descent 7,000, the Toronto altimeter 2960.
Continue down to 7,000 and copy the altimeter UPS 374 Heavy.
It's 27 miles behind him, which means about 35 miles from the airport. Clear for the approach shortly here. So he needs to get over to dead key, get south of this arrival. This guy can then flight in here. WestJet 424 Toronto, when ready, descend flight level 240.
When ready, down to 240, WestJet 424.
Hi. Alright, so he has gone over. He's not doing that RNAV anyway, so I can probably remove that from his tag as well. Alright, this guy, let's see here, he's doing that. This guy's doing this. FedEx 8818, proceed direct Sandon.
FedEx 8818.
He's definitely not going to be anywhere close to this guy. He's going to keep cutting that way. That's fine. But we can try and give him a little bit of a shortcut, get him to his destination a little sooner here. Yeah. Definitely got interested in there about an hour ago. It's definitely been quiet ever since, and I don't think it's going to get much busier all night long. It really is. Got a couple airplanes inbound. Once these last few airplanes come in, I don't think we're going to be doing too much more. I don't know if we'll even stay for all of them to get to the ground because it's getting pretty quiet. It's already getting kind of late. Skycraft 008 Toronto, you're cleared North Bay Airport, RNAV runway 26 Taibum transition.
Okay, clear the RNAV through 26 via the Taibum transition for Skycraft 008.
Skycraft 008, that's correct. Looks like company traffic is just kind of base to final. I still see him on radar there. I believe he's base to final there for 26, so shouldn't be an issue for you. You can switch to Unicom 122.8. You can report down and clear or canceling the IFR on this frequency.
Okay, we'll keep an eye out for him and we'll switch over to 122.8 right now, and then we'll contact you once we're on the ground. Skycraft 008, thanks.
Thank you. So if I was to give this guy direct MIG-low, would that cut it a bit too close to this other track here? Wouldn't be that different from what he's doing right now. Closest they're going to get is about 20 miles. FedEx 8818 Toronto, proceed direct MIG-low, climb flight level 310.
Direct MIG-low and climb 310, FedEx 8818.
That should be enough to keep him away from the WestJet. I hope. Let's see here, this Air Canada is going to roll into Toronto at about 20 after the next hour. So about 40 minutes from now. And if nothing else materializes before then that will be the end of the ATC for the night, I think. Alright, got the handoff already from Montreal on that one. Cool. Oh, WestJet just started his descent. Good stuff. Haven't gone to the ground view for a little while. Nope, Air France hasn't moved an inch yet.
Toronto Center, Air Canada 605, flight level 360.
Air Canada 605, Toronto Center. Good evening. Information is Lima in Toronto. Plan runway 05.
Information Lima will plan for 05, Air Canada 605.
Hmm. Wait a minute, what just happened to my Air Canada 605? Oh, well, if he's not gonna stick around, then I'm not gonna stick around. He was there a second ago. Well, maybe I'll be rolling out even earlier than I expected, because if there's just not going to be anybody around, there's no point in me streaming or even really sticking around. WestJet 424, continue descent 12,000. The Toronto altimeter 2960.
We got Lima on board and continue descent for 12,000, WestJet 424.
Roger. UPS 374 heavy, proceed direct Delta, descend 5,000.
Proceed direct Delta and descend 5,000 UPS 374 heavy.
Well, we'll see if this Air Canada 605 reappears, but if he doesn't, then as soon as these last couple airplanes land, I think we'll wrap up the stream, because it's just that kind of a night. Not much is happening. I think all the other events stole most of the traffic. There was one between Winnipeg and Toronto, and there's one still happening now between Cincy and Charlotte. And there's still a pretty steady flow of airplanes between those two airports. Just looking at it right now in VATSIM. The rest of the network is starting to fall pretty quickly into the doldrums. Get this guy straight in. Nice, quick, easy. I did clear and direct make low. I just didn't mark it in the tag, so I'm going to mark it now. Closest these guys are going to be is 13 miles apart. I think it'll be okay. More than meets the separation minimums. Wow. It's interesting to go into VATSPI and look at who is controlling and look at how long they've been online for. And tonight's winner is Jamshed from Boston, who has been online for 9 hours and 41 minutes. Followed by Reese in Portland, 8 hours and 27 minutes. Nassau. Damien in Nassau for 6 hours and 22 minutes. And Mr. 1190916 in Fort Worth for 5 hours. Like, some of these people have been online for ridiculous amounts of time. Like, over 8 hours. So this guy's been online for over 8 hours. FedEx 8818, proceed direct Habs.
Direct Habs, the FedEx 8818.
Montreal sent a request asking for me to bring him direct Habs, so I did. Skycraft 008 is finally just about to turn. I think he's just crossing Tybum now, so he's going to turn final shortly. UPS 374, Toronto, descend 3000 at Delpa, cleared ILS 05.
Descend 3,000 at Delta and cleared ILS 05 UPS 374 heavy.
Roger.
Good evening, Air France 351 Heavy.
Air France 351 Toronto, good evening.
Good evening, sir. The information Lima, position Charlie 30, requesting IFR clearance to Charles de Gaulle.
Air France 351, you're cleared to Charles de Gaulle via the Sea-Dog 5 departure, Bob Sioux transition, flight plan route, departure runway 06 left, squawk code 7166. Thinking about it, writing it down.
Clear to Charles de Gaulle, Sea-Dog 5 departure, Fox transition, departure runway 06 left, squawk 7166, Air France 351 Heavy.
Air France 351, your readback is all correct. Information is Lima. Pushback startup at your discretion. Call me when you're ready for taxi.
We're ready for taxi, Air France 351 Heavy.
He's a little bit quiet, but okay. We might have just one more here before we get out of here. See if we can get this one guy airborne. Still got about 15, 20 minutes before this WestJet turns around and lands. The Air Canada was supposed to be behind him, but they disappeared. Sim crash, I guess. Pity. Like, I've been online for almost 3 hours, and I'm only just barely middle of the pack. I'm a little bit higher than middle of the pack, but 9 hours and 45 minutes now this Boston's been online. Nothing better to do during a lockdown, I guess. Log on to the network and put in some time. And if there were some airplanes, I would continue putting in time, but I don't see too much else happening. It's not going to be a very exciting stream if there's nobody else online. I can talk, but I don't know how long I can talk for. Although I think I've proved with all of my streams, my 5-6 hour airline flights, I think I've proved I can talk for quite a while without doing much. Looks like Skycraft is turning final there, maybe? Any second now he's turning final. God, this company's probably long gone. At the bar already having a beer. WestJet 424, proceed direct CLAP.
Direct CLAP for WestJet 424.
Just to make sure he gets it right.
CLAP, WestJet 424.
Rich. Sometimes it's nice to be able to type things to pilots. As unrealistic as that is, the real world obviously that can't happen, but boy, sometimes it's so nice to just be able to type something to a pilot. So they're having a hard time reading a fix or understanding a fix. Oh, one of those nice little things. Greetings from Egypt. Nael, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, it's not a very exciting stream this evening. I know I don't do a very good job of selling myself, but it was pretty good about an hour ago. It's been pretty quiet. It's steady. There's a few airplanes around, but nothing terribly exciting. I did the FNO last night. We did a flight down to Vegas, and the Los Angeles Center last night was just absolutely swamped. We kind of got there towards the end of the event, and I think there were like 3 Los Angeles Centers on initially, but then they all logged off. It just left this one poor guy who was doing most of the work in Los Angeles, and there were still a lot of airplanes. He must have had about 30 airplanes on his plate. He was working. I am not working. I am just sitting here staring at the screen, and not much is happening. UPS has just turned final there. Clear him to land in a moment. Get WestJet 424 lower in a moment here, and we're going to hand off FedEx to Montreal in a moment. So a few things are going to happen shortly, but at the end of the day, yeah, not much is going to happen here. Look at this. I get 856. WestJet 424 Heavy, descend 8,000.
Down to 8,000, WestJet 424.
Oh, the 767. The WestJet 767. What a debacle those were. Yeah, sorry, I'm not very good entertainment tonight. There was events earlier today, and I think they stole away most of the traffic. There still are. If you look at VATSPI or look at any of your VATSIM tools, you'll see there's still a fair amount of traffic between Cincinnati and Charlotte. And there was an event earlier in the day that involved Toronto, so all the Canadian pilots who like to fly in and out of Toronto, they left. They got in there flying earlier today. So yeah, it's really kind of quiet this evening, unfortunately. Makes me think maybe I should just go fly an airplane instead. Boston Center's going to log off after 10 hours. He's in pink, which means he's planning to log off after only 10 hours online. Again, the guy's machine. UBS 374, Toronto winds 110 at 5, clear to land, runway 05.
Clear to land 05, UPS 374 heavy.
Probably hand off the FedEx now. He's about 2 minutes away from the boundary. FedEx 8818 Toronto. Call Montreal now 128.77. Bonsoir.
128.77. Thank you, sir. Bonsoir.
Alright, there's one guy left to swing around. We also need to hear from the Skyways. Hear that he's on the ground and closed out his flight plan, and then that's going to be it. I think we're going to be done. It was just a quiet night. Nail, absolutely. Ask me anything you want to about VATSIM ATC. I got nothing but time on my hands to answer it right now. I mean, that's the way it is sometimes. Sometimes it's busy, sometimes it's not. I'm not mad about it being quiet. I know it's not making for the most interesting stream right now because there's just nothing much happening here. I'm just getting these guys slowly vectored around into landing here in Toronto, but that's about it. Although we do have quite a few guys logging in and Toronto to depart. And this is always the way it is. Oh, and then we got a fourth airplane. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4 airplanes here on the ground in Toronto, one of which has no flight plan yet. So maybe we'll stick around for a little bit longer, see if we can get these airplanes airborne at least. So now we got Delta 522. Let's check out his flight plan here. Looks pretty good, except he does not have the star, or the SID, in it. So we'll have to make sure he flies the SID. Come on. Why won't it click? There it is. I don't know why it wouldn't click, but it didn't want to click for me. Oops, sorry. We got the Speedbird here, so he's flying through our airspace for a little bit. We should get a hold of him.
Good evening, Speedbird 284 with you at flight level 410.
Speedbird 284 Heavy, Toronto, good evening. Squawk it in, please. There it is. Speedbird 284 Heavy, Toronto, thank you. Identified, flight level 410, continue on course.
We will continue. Thank you, Speedbird 284.
UPS 374, welcome to Toronto. Do you know where you're parking tonight?
The West Cargo ramp, UPS 374 Heavy.
UPS 374 Heavy, Roger. You can exit on Hotel 3 there, taxi Echo, and Echo, what is it, Echo Bravo into the West Cargo.
Okay, Hotel 3 Echo Bravo to the West Cargo ramp, UPS 374 Heavy. Have a good night. Thanks for the service tonight.
No problem. Have a good night. There's one airplane done and gone off my frequency now.
Toronto Center Skycraft 008.
Skycraft 008, Toronto, go ahead.
Yeah, Toronto Skycraft 008 is on the ground at North Bay, but it's a cancel or IFR.
Skycraft 008, thank you. Your IFR cancellation is received. Have yourself a great night. See you next time.
You too. Thank you so much for the service. Skycraft 008. Have a good night.
Good night. WestJet 424, descend 6,000.
6,000, we'll switch for 24.
Alright, I used to fly a lot offline in the 737. Delta Standard, ATCS. Fair enough. Yeah. So you want to be more. You want to treat the flight simulation world a little more professionally, and that's great. Starting off with a Cessna certainly is a good place to start. The reason I like the Cessna, if you're going to get into the VATSIM network, is just because it moves at a slower pace, so you can usually do things a little better, especially if you've got a Cessna with an autopilot. Want to make circuits at airports, but unsure about who to contact and if control centers actually control small general aviation airports. Okay, yeah, so Nail, yes. So Nail asked, does the center controller control smaller airports? And the answer is yes and no. Yes, if they had a control tower. So in VATSIM, we don't provide control services where they don't exist in the real world. But yes, if the airport would have a control tower and the center controller is online, then yes, that center controller will normally control that airport. So, for example, here in Toronto, obviously...
Center Delta 522, radio check.
Delta 522 Toronto, read you 5x5.
Delta 522, ready to copy IFR to Boston.
Delta 522 Toronto. I see you didn't file the SID. I just want to be sure you do have the KEPTA 2 departure on board.
Yeah, I can do KEPTA 2, you bet.
Okay, Delta 522, perfect. You're cleared to Boston. The KEPTA 2 departure, bumpa transition, and the flight plan route thereafter. Depart runway 06 left, squawk code 0514.
Delta 522, cleared to Boston. KEPTA 2, bumpa transition. Expecting 06 left and squawk 0514.
Delta 522, your readback's all correct. Information is Lima now. Push back and start up at your discretion. Call ready for taxi.
Roger, call you for taxi with Lima, Delta 522.
WestJet 424 Toronto, descend 4000.
Delta 4000, WestJet 424.
Okay, so yes, so in this case, Toronto is obviously a controlled airport with a control tower, so I control that airport. Air France 351, Toronto, runway 06 left. Information is Lima, the altimeter 2960. Taxi out Alpha Juliet, Bravo, and Delta. Cross runway 33 right.
Okay, we got Lima, runway 06 left, Alpha Juliet, Bravo, Delta, cross runway 33 right. Air France 351 heavy.
Air France 351 heavy, Raj. So yes, I control Toronto. I also would control any other controlled airports around here. So Toronto City Centre, Oshawa, Kitchener, Hamilton, Sault Ste. Marie, and London, and Trenton. So anywhere that there is a control tower. If there's smaller airports that don't have a control tower, then those would still be uncontrolled. So I wouldn't have any controls there. A little bit high, so I don't want to turn him just yet, just to give him, okay. WestJet 424, turn left heading 150, descend 3000.
Descend 3000, Western 150, WestJet 424.
So if in doubt whether the airport's controlled, you can always check the charts in Navigraph or wherever you get your charts from, but if you're not sure, check the charts, and if you're still not sure, just ask the center controller if they control that airport. Sometimes, the other thing too is that about VATSIM is that if a controller at a higher level, so like a center controller is getting too busy, they are allowed to stop providing service at the lower level. So if they're really busy, they may say, I'm not going to provide service at such and such airport today. Call me when you're off the ground, because they're just too overwhelmed by what's going on. So if in doubt, ask. Shoot them a private message, and just ask if they're controlling that airport today or not. Certainly the controller would normally rather just answer a quick question and make sure they get it right than have you take off and taxi around an airport where you should be talking to them. WestJet 424, left turn heading 090 for the intercept, clear the ILS, runway 05.
Left turn 090, clear ILS 05, WestJet 424.
Gotcha. So that's my, if in doubt, ask. So I try to provide as much control service as I can, but yeah, if I get completely swamped by everything that's happening in the higher level, I may have to stop providing service at the lower levels. But I do like the idea of going out there doing the 172s. If you're new to my channel, if you haven't seen it before, I have actually some introductory VATSIM videos. Let me see if I can find them here really quick in my list of videos here. How can I find it here? I'll try to post a link here in just a second. Let me just find it in my list of videos here. But I did about 5 or 6 months ago. I posted some kind of introduction to VATSIM videos here. I'm starting to have to scroll back. This is the one that these are the ones that I tend to seem to there we go. So if you're ever nervous about making circuits, these are it's a pair of videos that I made talking about how to fly circuits in VATSIM and demonstrating just kind of a first circuit, kind of a little bit of a tutorial thing going on. So check those out if you haven't seen them before. Okay, Air France is going the right way. Good stuff. Yeah, he's going the right way.
And was your 424 down this runway 05?
WestJet 424, thank you. Number 1. Yes, exactly. If there is no control service, then yeah, you'll just tune up the Unicom frequency 122.8, and you'll just broadcast your intentions on there. And if anybody else is causing a conflict, they'll broadcast their intentions as well. So hopefully you'll be able to coordinate whatever's happening through Unicom. So you can also check VATSPY just to see if there's other airplanes on the ground where you are. Just handle this guy there, but sure. Yeah. That, WestJet 424, the wind's Toronto 110 at 5, clear to land, runway 05.
Clear to land 05, WestJet 424.
Let's see here, Nail. Sorry, I was talking to somebody else here in my team speak here, but it's okay to screw up the first transmission. Yeah. WestJet 424, welcome to Toronto. If you got the Hotel 3, right turn there, or you can make the right turn on Bravo. Continue across 33 right turn on Bravo.
Continue across 33 right turn Bravo.
Air France 351 Toronto, contact me airborne, winds 1105, clear for takeoff, runway 06 left. So Nails just says, you know, he's a little bit worried if you're going to screw up your first transmission. You're gonna screw up the first day, and it's just going to happen. So just deal with it. Just get out there and actually do it, and you'll get better with practice. But it's just the way it is. VATSIM's a learning environment. The key is, especially when you go out there for your first time, don't go to a busy airport where there's lots of airplanes, and try and find a tower controller that's not doing very much, that has very little work, and that way he won't feel pressure to get through you quickly, but he'll have time to spend with you. WestJet 424 Toronto, when you're able to say your gate.
WestJet 424, Terminal 3, WestJet gate.
WestJet 424 taxi Bravo and Alpha Juliet into Terminal 3.
Bravo, Alpha Juliet, Terminal 3, WestJet 424. Have a great night. Thank you so much.
Good night. Yeah, so that's my best advice when you're going out there the first time. Go to a quiet airport. Search VATSPY or the VATSIM live map or whatever you want, and find an airport that doesn't have much going on. So go here to Moline, you know, when there's not much going on there. Don't go here. Don't go when there's 7 airplanes departing, 3 airplanes arriving, and tons of air traffic, because you're going to make a mistake. It's just the way it is, and that's fine. You can learn from it. And controllers will be glad to help you if they have the time, and that's probably the biggest thing, is making sure that you find somewhere that's quiet, that you can actually, like I said, spend some time, be able to make mistakes, and the guy is not so rushed that they're not going to be able to help you out. So find some quieter airport and go do that. That's my best suggestion, because yeah, you're going to screw up. I remember I screwed up some things the first time I logged on to VATSIM, and I've been doing it. I was doing this for 10 years before I logged on to VATSIM, so it's not the end of the world if you screw up. But I say go to a quieter place, because life will be easier if you do screw up. There won't be as much. You won't cause them any problems, and probably the controller will be willing to help you answer questions, walk you through the process, just to get you out there and just doing it. So. Yeah, definitely don't be afraid to get online, because you're going to make a mistake, but just stay away from really busy areas. If you see a lot of traffic on VATSIM at that airport, don't go to that airport the first time out. Just go somewhere quiet. Find somewhere where there's just one other airplane, or maybe no other airplanes, and the controller will be able to focus on you, and if you have questions, they can answer your questions. He was on the Sea Dog, that's right. Alright, we got 1 airborne here. Got a couple on the ground here. Just wait for him to call me, but maybe I'll call him in a second here. Air France 351 Toronto, say passing altitude.
Air France 351 Heavy, give you 3000.
Air France 351 Heavy, thanks. You're identified. Continue climb. Flight level 230. Turn left, direct Sea Dog on course. Roger. Alright, so WestJet's into the gates there. Delta still hasn't pushed yet, and Air France is just kind of turning on course. So not much is happening here, though. So I think we might take this opportunity to log off here shortly because well, Dale, I'm glad I made your day. VATSIM's an interesting little world to get into because it is such a it's a small world, but it's certainly it's not tiny. There's thousands and thousands of people in it. It can be a little bit intimidating to break into it. You see the people around the first time, and it can become quite. It can become quite. It can be quite intimidating to get into it because people sound like they really know what they're talking about, and there are lots of people out there that do, but there's also lots of new people out there. You'll hear them on frequency. You'll hear young kids. You'll hear older people too who are just new to the whole hobby and don't know what they're talking about, and you learn by doing. You learn by getting out there and doing it. So if you ever see me around, feel free to hop on in one of my airports and just go do circuits and try it out. I think I'm going to be logging off here shortly, so I don't think you have time to do it tonight. But another time, by all means, you'll see me all over Canada. And if you subscribe to my channel here, hint, 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 you'll know when I'm doing a live stream as well, and you can hop on and do some circuits then. All right, so I think we're going to log off here in just a couple minutes. We're going to hand it off to another controller. Someone has just said that they want to log on and take over for me when I log off here, so that's great. I love when you can provide continuous service on VATSIM too. That is super neat when handoffs occur behind the scenes and nobody even knows that handoff occurred. Just all of a sudden, there's a different voice on the radio, but the frequency was manned continuously, and I always love that. So I'm happy to see that happen. But I think we will probably try to get some other ATC in some other, probably some mornings this week. I think my next stream is most likely going to be on Monday morning. I'm going to be doing a stream of a flight. Yeah, you just slapped that button. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm going to be doing a flight in my Twitch stream all the way from Puerto Vallarta up to Vancouver. So that's going to be Monday, and then after that I don't have anything.
Toronto, good evening, Air Canada 856 IFR2, London Heathrow.
Air Canada 856 Toronto, good evening. You're cleared to London Heathrow via the Verdo 6 departure, IPTOS transition, and the flight plan route. Departure runway today 06 left, squawk code 0565.
Air Canada 856 cleared to London Heathrow, the Verdo 6, IPTOS transition, officer 06 left, and 0565.
Air Canada 856, that readback's all correct. Information is Lima, push and start at your discretion and call ready for taxi.
Clear for taxi, Air Canada 856.
Air France 351 Heavy, climb flight level 370.
Climb flight level 370, Air France 351 Heavy.
I don't know what my next ATC stream is going to be per se, though, right now. I'll have to sort of see what my schedule's looking like for this week. So I don't want to promise anything. But also, I think it's in the remarks for this stream.
Delta 522 at spot 2 Bravo with Lima ready for taxi.
Delta 522 Toronto. Information is Lima, runway 06 left, and the altimeter 2960. Taxi straight ahead out Alpha Tango, Bravo, and Delta cross runway 33 right.
Headed to runway. Sorry about that. Taxi runway 6 left, Alpha Tango, Bravo, Delta cross runway 33 left, Delta 522.
Delta 522, that's 90% correct, but it's cross 33 right.
33 right, Delta 522.
You got it. All right, yeah, so I was just going to... All right, guys, so that was it. I logged off now. Another center controller came in and took over. So thank you guys so much for watching. Niall, thank you for the questions, and I hope I helped you out a little bit. I believe it's in the description to this video, but I will post it again here really quickly here. I have a Discord server that doesn't have very much in it, but what I do use it is I use it as a way to kind of, once I schedule a stream, to post something ahead of time. So I just try to use the Discord. I'm not a big fan of Discord because I find it tends to be very chaotic as a communication medium, so I don't like it that much. But I use it as a way to post my upcoming stream schedule. So once I sort of figure out as my schedule unfolds when I will have time to stream, because it's never regular in my life, unfortunately. When I figure out when I will have time to stream, then I will post it to my Discord. So keep an eye out on that if you want. And when you see an ATC stream coming up, you can go ahead and plan to log in and do some circuits, and maybe we'll get you on the VATSIM network for the first time, get you over that hump and get you used to it a little bit. But that's it. So thank you guys, everybody who is watching. I do appreciate you guys watching the channel. Stay tuned. As I said, my next Twitch stream is probably going to be on Monday. We're probably going to do the next leg of A Pilot's Life. And stay tuned with A Pilot's Life, because I think it's going to get interesting. I'm really tired having a tough debate with myself over my next season, whether I should stick with WestJet or whether I should maybe move to SkyWest and fly that CRJ around Microsoft Flight Simulator for a season. So I don't know what's going to happen for sure. But anyways, regardless, subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitch, and I will see you guys all real soon. Stay safe and healthy out there, everybody.